Hello, hello, Libra. Welcome back for another astrology tarot reading. This one is for all Libra suns, moons, risings, and Venus signs. So feel free to, if this is your Libra sign, stay tuned and watch this video, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And then check the link in the description for all the other signs that I have done so far. And I will have more pick a cards coming up very soon. So do make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on that little bell so you know when all of the readings are out. I'll have all of the love readings for the next little bit coming up here very soon. So Libra, thanks for joining me. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's use some oracle cards to just get a baseline for some things that we need to know. Ooh, okay. Libra, you have a lot going on. You have so much going on. Let me just grab these. They all just kind of fell out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Libra, you have something that's going on here. So these are the first two that came out. We've got the edge of evolution feels messy, and then we've got unstick the stuck. So to me, what this is telling me right away is that you are kind of in a place where you are trying to unstick yourself and kind of you're on the cusp, like you're so close to something. And I think that's actually like the hardest place to be in most cases, because before you start something, you kind of like, you can plan as much as you can and kind of know what's going on. And then while you're in it, you kind of know like, all right, this is my next step. This is my next step. These are my goals. But I think like you're just in that, you're doing something where you are just in that very first beginning evolution stages where things are changing from the old into the new, and it might feel a little bit messy right now, and you're trying to unstick the stuck that maybe you've been kind of living in for a little bit, and maybe you've been living under some limitations here. And I think the thing is that the limits that have been placed on you have inspired you to innovate. And that's what has recently really sparked you into something. What I'm really sensing is like this has been building for a long time and you weren't really sure how you were going to do this. But I think you recently had some inspiration because of some limitations in your life that you're like, you know what? I'm going to try this. And it's something that I don't think you were thinking that you thought you were going to do. It might be in that realm. I think this is a little bit different. We also have water creators. This is very interesting. So some things that you can do to kind of help this and unstick the stuck would be to like take a nice like Epsom salt bath, even like just take a shower if you're not into baths. Like water is a really good conduit for new ideas. If you live near the beach, always I would recommend going to like a beach or even like a lake, rivers, streams. Just like try and get out there into nature, or even just like try and think of some ideas while you're in the shower, like because water is just such a good conduit for new ideas. And I think it's really going to help you to unstick the stuck that you're kind of in right now. Let's see if there's anything else out of this deck that we need to know. But Libra, this is so interesting. Just right off the bat. Ooh, this one doesn't match. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. So this one just kind of came out of my card, or came out of my deck. And when I said it didn't match, it's because what you couldn't see behind the camera is that it actually turned itself around within, like inside the deck, so that someone was like popping out. So this one says manifesting and doing. So I think maybe you've been trying to manifest this change for a long time, and now you're like in the doing phase, but you're still in like the, I'm not really sure where this is 100% going to go. So I'm going to kind of give this up to the universe a little bit. So I think this is very interesting that you're kind of, you know, again, in that phase where you are manifesting, you are in the action phase though. Like things have started to move along. Let's see. Let me get some of these, and maybe this can give us some advice for how you can keep moving forward and tell us a little bit more about this path, how it's going to go, if you're going to face challenges along the way. Let's find out. I get this card so much in like most of my readings. I feel like the reason that we get this one is because sometimes like you need to release your control a little bit. And I think that you're trying to like, you know, use the limitations and unstick the stuck and, you know, just go over the edge. So you're really like you're in the process of this actually becoming something, like that snowball, like rolling down. It's like gathering momentum is what I'm picturing. And I think sometimes you need to release the control and not plan every little thing so much, and really just kind of organically let things happen is what I'm getting here. Because I think some things are going to be a little bit unexpected. Again, I think this part is actually unexpected. And definitely let me know in the comments below, because I'm really curious. I almost feel like I'm wondering if this is a project. We'll get some tarot out here to see like what arena of your life this is in, because I'm really interested to see what's going on, but I'm really almost feeling like it's some sort of project. Let's see if we get that comes in with the tarot as well. We'll do that in just a moment. But patience. So this isn't going to be something I think you've already learned. And Libra, you are very, like, you're either very good with patience or very bad with patience. There's no in between. So I think most of the time, like, you've been very patient, and I think this has kind of gotten to the point where you're like, you know what, I just need to do something. Like, I've got to work on this right now. The other thing is, I'm wondering if you're going to have a partner in this that has a water sign. I'm almost saying like a water moon sign. Maybe like, oh, I'm sensing like some Scorpio energy. Maybe like if you have like a Scorpio in your life, or if you have other signs that are Scorpio, I'll actually be doing that relatively soon as well. So maybe even stay tuned for that Scorpio reading. Okay, and then I don't know why I just picked up my Lightseers deck. Usually I pick up Modern Witch, but this one just made its way into my hands. So we're going to see kind of what area of your life is this in? Oh my gosh. Okay. So we've got Four of Pentacles just like jumped out here and fell out. So we've got Four of Pentacles. So this tells me that this is like a work situation, but I almost wonder if there's some creativity there. Like it's something out of the box that not everybody understands. And so I think you've been working on this for a while, and like kind of holding it near and dear and kind of protecting it because you weren't sure. Like this is something that means it's more than just your, how do I say this? It's more than just like a means to an end financially for you. Like this is something that is deeply connected to your life purpose. So I think it's hard to share with other people and hard to explain it to other people in a way sometimes because it is so deeply connected to you, and you've just kind of been holding it and protecting it and not really letting it out into the world. But I think now you've kind of seen it is time for all of this inspiration to lead somewhere. But I think it's different than what you imagined. Like I think you've been picturing it for a long time, and it's coming out differently than what you imagined. Okay. We just had a few come out at the same time here. Interesting. Okay. So again, I do think this is something you've been thinking about for a long time, and it has been impacting like your emotional well-being as well, because I think this is deeply tied to who you are as a person and like how you relate to other people, and like you're trying to bring something into the world, like this idea, this creation, whatever you have, you're trying to bring something into the world that is going to benefit other people. And I think it's almost kind of a maze trying to figure out like, should I do it this way? Should I do it this way? And I think that you're a person that you have so many gifts and so many ways to do things that you almost just can't settle on one, if that makes sense. And again, let me know in the comments if this is resonating, because I'm really curious. I think I'm hoping that Libra, this is going to give you some clarity here. We also have the Queen of Swords. So I think you've been really, like, you've been sharpening yourself mentally with this. Like you've been really, like, you've been looking at all aspects of this. Like you've been looking at like, how can I make this work monetarily? How can I make this work for other people? And like, how can I make this work just as a whole for myself? Like what's the best business plan here? And how can I be really smart about this? And you've been kind of in your head about it, but I think you've gotten to the point where like you're ready for this new idea to kind of be birthed out of your mind and into the world. So what I'm getting from this is have confidence in this idea, because this is something kind of unexpected, but it is going to unstick the stuck. It might be a little bit messy at times. And that's okay. That's part of the creation energy that you're putting out there, and the manifesting and doing is going to kind of help unstick where you've been. And I think this is going to take on like a whole different path than what you were imagining it was going to take on, but that's kind of the beauty of it, right? And this is interesting. We just got Seven of Cups yet again from a different deck. So again, I think this has been kind of hard because all these things are kind of like tied up, like your creative side and like this idea that you have is kind of tied up in all these different things, and you have all these different ways that you could go with it. And so it's been kind of weighing on you and you're not sure. But here's the thing, this is what I'm getting, is I actually think it's going to start in one sector. Like you're going to kind of like birth this idea out, and it's going to come, and then you can't even fathom this right now, but this is going to have so many more different cups, different repercussions, different sections of this business, of this idea that you don't even, like, you can't even think of in your brain, because it doesn't even, like, it's just not even something that you would imagine. But that's really what I'm getting. That's so funny that we got that same card from both decks, because I feel like that really just goes to show that this is going to become like it's going to become so much more than you ever dreamed of, and it's going to help so many people. So we've got the 5 of Cups came out with the 5 of Wands, and 5 and 7 seem to be significant numbers here for you. So I'm curious if you've been seeing a lot of 5s, a lot of 7s. But really what I'm noticing here, so I think you've actually tried this in the past. Like, I think that you have tried something similar to this idea in the past, and it hasn't worked out. And so you've been just kind of like contemplating, well, like, and that just kind of comes over here to the 4 of Pentacles. Like, I feel like these 2 cards directly connect, where like maybe things didn't work out in your favor. They didn't work how you thought they were going to work. And you had just kind of some, I would say, failures, but really they were just things you needed to learn from. And then we've also got the 5 of Wands. So I think this one is interesting because I think other people, again, are not going to understand this the way that you understand it. This is something like, this is your journey to go on. I do think that you're going to have a partner perhaps that would understand this, like some Scorpio, some water energy. But maybe that's you. You'll have to see what resonates best with you here. But I think that sometimes when you bring this up, like, people have too many ideas about what your project is, and then it's like, just, you get a little bit discouraged, and it's like, okay, well, what am I going to do now? Because there are so many different ideas. Like, I think you do this within yourself and you're not sure which path to take or which like thing could be your stepping stone. But then I think also other people and these different ideas are kind of like constantly battling it out, and just know that not everybody is going to understand this, and that's okay. And it might be one of those things where it's like kind of awkward, where people don't really understand. And then like once you're successful, they're like, oh my gosh, we're best friends. Like, let's hang out. And you're like, okay, but like, remember how you didn't, I don't know, support me as much as I wish you would have when I had this crazy idea at the beginning, according to you. And I think that can just be difficult when people don't really understand, but just know that that is okay. And it is not like on you to explain it, and it's not on you to figure these things out. I think, so we just got the 7 of Swords here. So I think just know that you need to act with the most honest of intentions, even if someone has like kind of betrayed you in the past or things haven't gone well. Just keep moving forward with the resources that you have. And that's what I'm sensing, is I think sometimes you're upset that like you don't have all the resources that you could possibly need. Like, maybe you're trying to do a business deal with someone and like they keep falling through with this. Like, so you need them to be part of this journey with you, but like they're not kind of jiving with this whole situation. Just know that like you need to keep moving forward with what you have now, and that's okay. Even if you don't have all of the knowledge, just keep moving forward, and that's going to unstick the stuck, even if it's a little messy, like we said at the beginning. Let's see. Let's get some Moonology cards in here. This is very interesting so far, Libra. I'm excited to see what you're coming up with too. Like, I'm so excited to see what this means. Ooh, okay. Definitely you've been hurt in the past. Definitely something like you tried this before, because we got, don't let the past hold you back. So this is interesting that we've got kind of like, you've kind of put these limitations on yourself, maybe because of things that have happened to you in the past, and like your first attempt didn't work. But again, I think I said this in my last reading, this could have been for, Virgos, is that I'm actually sensing some Virgo energy with you too. So I'm wondering if you have like some sort of Virgo other placement that you could check out in the description below. But the universe will test you. So it will send you the same challenges over and over again, and like in a slightly different way, but very similar. And so like, even if you failed at something, again, I'm going to put that in quotations, even if you failed at something before, it doesn't mean that it's always the end. It just means that like you had to grow and learn some more life lessons before you could start again in a different way. Oh my gosh. Okay. I could not make this up. Your commitment is being tested. So do you want this or not? Like, is this something that you are truly, truly wanting? And if so, obviously keep going. And then this one says, be bold and make the first move. So again, I think what this is really telling us is that you need to start moving. Don't get caught up in all of this, like, oh, should I go here? Should I go here? What should I do? The more you can just be bold and make that decision, even though I think sometimes decisions can be hard for you. Hard or not. I think that's the thing with you, Libra, is it's either like there's no in between. Like they're either like it's a very difficult decision and you like, you know, keep yourself up at night thinking about it, or you know what you want. And I think deep down you know what you want, but I think you're just not sure how it's going to work. So you've been, you know, percolating with all of this stuff. But again, I think that it is going to be something, and I really am getting, let me get one more tarot out here. Is this more of an idea? Is this an adventure? Is anybody else involved? Let's try and get some details here. I'm really curious. And I think you intuitively will know. And again, I love when you comment and tell me these different things, but let's find out. This one just came out. Ooh, Judgment. Okay. So this is very, very interesting. This one, again, kind of connects to our swords here, where it's like, just do the best that you can and all is going to work out in your favor. Like this card has a bunch of different meanings, but I think in this case, that's kind of what we're going for here, is that just start doing it, do it the best that you can, and it is going to turn into something you could never have dreamed of. And I do like to do love readings at the end. I feel like this one was a little bit more businessy, a little more of your idea, kind of something out of the box. So let's grab my love deck and let's just get you a quick little snippet of something that's going on with your love life, or anything that Libra needs to know about their love life right now. And this is timeless, so whenever you see this, it should be, let's see, cards do not want to come out. Maybe we don't have a love reading today for you, Libra. Let's see. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so if you are with someone right now, this could be a soulmate, and we have different types of soulmates. So you could be thinking of a romantic partner, a friend, someone that's really going to like support you on this journey. And I think they're someone who is going to understand it better than other people, if that makes sense. Like this person is really going to be someone that you could talk to about this creative idea, adventure situation, and they're not going to judge you. And I think they're actually going to kind of help you turn the wheels on this and make these decisions, and then things will become more clear for you. And if you are not thinking of someone right now when this card came through, I think that you are going to meet this person through what's going on here, like through this idea and through this journey that you're going to go on. So that is always good, right? Always a plus when you get the soulmate card. All right, let's see. Express your love. So I think this one, Libra, I think you can be very romantic, but I think you also kind of judge yourself on like, oh, am I being too cheesy or not? Like, is this my person? Who knows? But I think that this is a very, very good sign to show you that you can go ahead and express your love. You're not going to get hurt. I think that you have been quite hurt in the past. And so I think you're very choosy about your romantic partners, and you don't really let everybody fully in. That's what I'm getting from you. I think you're attracted to a lot of people, but you don't really like let a lot of people fully in, because they just won't really understand the depths of who you are and your personality. And I think you really are, again, we've got calling in your soulmate. So if you feel like you're thinking of someone, or you're with someone and you're questioning, like, am I really meant to be with this person? I think the answer is yes. And if you have been like wanting your person, but you've just kind of been trying to focus on work, and that's another thing about you, Libra, is I think that you tend to like, you really want to do well in your creative ventures, your work ventures. You want to be so successful that you sometimes neglect your love life. And again, it's that balance for you where it's like either or. You think you're being very balanced, I think, sometimes as a Libra, but what I'm sensing is sometimes you do tend to throw love to the side, or you like over engulf yourself in love, and then you don't get these other things figured out. So what I'm going to say here, Libra, is that I think that whether you have someone or not in mind, I think a lot of you do. What I'm getting is you're really thinking of a specific person who's kind of going to be there for you throughout this journey, and who has been there throughout this journey and kind of has like watched you grow and kind of helped you along the way in little ways, but now they're going to help you even more if you let them in. But you have to let them in. Like, you can't keep putting them kind of on the side and being like, well, maybe, because this is actually a past life relationship. And again, if you don't have that person, I think they are going to be coming in along this journey with you. So look out for them, and I think you'll know them. This card is so funny. I love the artwork. because you have a past life relationship and with them. Like, this is someone you are going to just feel at home with. You're going to recognize them right away. Like, they will feel like home, even if you don't know why. You're just going to kind of feel like you know them already. And the other thing is that there might be some unresolved things going on from this past life with them that have to do with this creative situation. Because I'm sensing that you have had to, like, you've kind of gone through this, and I'm almost sensing that you have like some unresolved stuff from this past life with them, where like this is, I know people always say this, like, you're ending like generational curses or things like that, but I feel like in a way the two of you are like meant to be together, because you are ending, like, you're kind of like fixing some karmic cycles, if that makes sense. That's what I'm really getting. Like, you're fixing it together. And I think one of you is actually going to know before the other person that this is like a past life connection. And what's funny is I'd be so interested, please tell me this in the comments. Oh my goodness. I'd be so interested if you and your partner, if you already have them or if you haven't met them yet, if you both like have a fascination with a particular time period or a particular place, because that could really kind of show like where your past life was. Not always, but it's very fascinating when that happens and you're like, oh, you are very interested in the Civil War, the American Civil War. Very interesting. Same here, like that kind of stuff. So, and like you just have specific details where, I don't know, I think let them in. And once you can kind of like express your love and really like have that communication, it's going to be very cool to kind of see that. I know not everybody believes in that, but I think this is a really amazing connection. I'm just feeling like a home feeling, like you really feel at home with this person and you've shared many different lives with them. So if you have them already, I think you intuitively, oh, and I just saw 222, so on the camera, so in case that's the number you've been seeing, there's your affirmation. But I think that I'm just feeling at home. And I think that sometimes you might be quick to reject that because you're like, no, this can't be, like, and you try to be logical about it. But I think this message, like, even if you just clicked on this, this is a really good sign that, like, you should let that person in, because I've been holding on to this one for a little while, but this is the next one that came out that said this could be the one. So I actually think you probably do already know them, because it says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So I think while I've been talking about this, you know the person, like, you know how much they support you and unconditionally love you. And I think that you should express your love and tell them how much you love them back. So Libra, thank you so much for letting me do this reading. I'm so interested to hear what all this is and if this resonates with you. So please do leave a comment below, or even you can direct message me or email me. My contact is below. And please do like this video and come back for more, because I will have pick cards very soon and I have more astrology readings in the description. So check those out. Have a great day and I will see you later, Libra. Bye. Don't forget to express your love.